We're going to start with the next new topic, hyperbola. Okay. Is there any doubt in ellipse? Is it clear? What are the different sections of cone we have learned? What are the different sections of cone? Karthik?
Ma'am, ellipse, circle, hyperbola, parabola.
Ellipse, hyperbola, and parabola. So we are going to learn about hyperbola. Okay, now just recall what you have learned. Okay, there are 4 sections, conic sections: circle, ellipse, parabola, and hyperbola. Okay, then regarding the parabola. So what you have learned about parabola? So the distance, okay, is from the fixed point. So F is the fixed point and L is the fixed line. These two distances will be same. We take only those points, the distances from the fixed line and the fixed point will be same. So this one will give parabola. Okay. What about ellipse? For ellipse, we take the collection of points so that the sum of the distances from the two fixed points will be same. Okay, if you take this two fixed points as F1 and F2, Pf1 plus Pf2 is equal to, if you take another point Q, Qf1 is equal to Qf1 plus Qf2. We take those points, sum of whose distances from two fixed points is constant. Okay, now we are going to learn about hyperbola. So what will be about hyperbola? So listen, in hyperbola what we have? Hyperbola is set of all points in a plane. This is the set of all points in the plane. The difference of whose distances from two fixed points is constant. For hyperbola we say that sum of the distances is constant. Here the difference is constant. Okay, it is the set of all points in a plane whose distances from a fixed point in the plane bears a common ratio greater than 1. Okay, if the difference is, okay, whenever the difference is constant, the common ratio will be greater than 1 with respect to the fixed line. Okay, so according to the your book, this definition is enough. It is the set of all points in a plane whose, okay, for example, listen children, suppose we have 2 points here, F1, F2. These are the two fixed points. We take only those points P1, P2 such that the difference between these 2 points will be same. Pf1 minus Pf2 will be same as, suppose I name the next point as Q. Qf1 minus Qf2. So we are taking only those points whose differences will be same. This fixed point, okay, this fixed point we call it as focus. And the fixed line we call it as directrix. Okay, the constant ratio. Okay, this is always a constant. When you find out this difference, okay, it will be same. So the ratio will be same. The constant ratio we denote it as E. Okay, now okay, so here this is the definition of hyperbola. What is the definition? It is the set of all points in a plane where the difference of the whose distances from two fixed points is constant. Whenever the difference is constant, when the difference is same, we call it as a hyperbola. Okay, so in parabola, we have only one focus and we take the equal distances, isn't it? The distance from the fixed line to the point is same as fixed point to that point. For ellipse, the sum of the distances from these two fixed points will be same. Here we take the difference. Here we are taking the difference. So, suppose 2 points are given. Suppose F1 is the focus, F2 is another one. So, we take those points. Suppose P is a point means this distance Pf1 minus Pf2 will be same as, suppose I am taking Q. So, it will be same as Qf1 minus Qf2. So, like this we take the collection of points. And when you take the collection of points and you draw this, the graph will be like this. It will be like this. You get 2 points like this. Okay, so here is the fixed point F1. Here you will get another fixed point F2. Okay, suppose we take this as P1. So P1 from here to this fixed point F1 means these two distances will be same. So here likewise we can take P2. These two distances will be same. Similarly here also we can take P3. These two distances will be same. When you take the difference, it is same. Okay, so we'll be getting two curves like this. This curves only we call it as hyperbola. These two fixed points we call it as focus. F1 and F2 we call it as focus. And the line joining these two focus. Okay, when you draw a line passing through this focus, we have two focus here, F1 and F2. So when you join this by a line, and if you find the midpoint of the F1, F2, the midpoint of the line segment F1, F2 is called the center of the hyperbola. Okay, the remaining things are similar to ellipse. Okay, the F1 and F2 are the two focus. So the midpoint of the line segment F1, F2 will give the center. Okay, it will give the center. So this one we call it as center. Okay, and the line joining these two, F1 and F2, line through the focus is called, the line through this focus, we call it as transverse axis. This one we call it as transverse axis. Line through the focus, we call it as transverse axis. What about in ellipse? What is the name we called? What is the name we gave there in ellipse? The line passing through the two focus. Yes? What is the name? Can you give the name? That is called?
Major
Yes?
axis.
Major axis. Very good. Where we called it as major axis. Here we call this as transverse axis. It is called the transverse axis. The line through the focus is called the transverse axis. And the line through the center. The line through the center and perpendicular to the transverse axis, we call it as conjugate axis. We call it as conjugate axis. The line through the center and perpendicular to the axis. Perpendicular to the transverse axis, we call it as conjugate axis. To this is it clear, children? Once again, I'll repeat. So we have two fixed points, F1 and F2. We take only those points whose distances are, when you take the difference from these two fixed points, it's a constant. It should be same. Now line join this, we join this F1 and F2. Okay, they are joining this by a line segment. Now find out the midpoint. That one will give the center. Okay, that is, give it as center. This line F1, F2, we call it as transverse axis. So we call it as transverse axis. And the perpendicular drawn through the center, perpendicular to the transverse axis, we call it as conjugate axis. It is called conjugate axis. And usually we take this transverse horizontal axis as xx dash. Okay, this horizontal axis we take it as xx dash. Vertical axis we denote it as yy dash. And the center we denote it as origin in standard form. Okay, and when you draw the graph, your graph will be like this. You'll be getting two curves like this. Because, okay, if you look into that cone, generation of cone, you might have seen this. Okay, when you cut a line, it will cut at two sides. When you cut it, it will be cutting this one side and this side also it will cut. So you'll be getting two curves. That's why we are getting line like this. The graph will be two parts. It contains of two parts. Is it clear? Is it okay, children? Okay, now the next thing we are going to learn is vertices. The point where the hyperbola meets the transverse axis are called the vertices. Okay, what are vertices? The points where the hyperbola intersect the transverse axis. The points where the hyperbola cuts or intersects the transverse axis, we call it as vertices. Suppose we denote this as A1 or A2. Okay, so these are the two vertices. If you look at these two vertices are lying on x-axis because we are taking the transverse axis as x-axis. So suppose we take this distance, see OA1. OA1 is equal to OA2, it is A. Then this total length will be 2A. This total length will be 2A. Okay. Similarly, this distance F1, F2, the different distance between the two focus, we denote this as 2C. It is 2C. Therefore, OF1 will be same as OF2 is equal to C, the focal distance, the distance of the focus from the center. We take the distance F1, F2 as 2C. If this distance is 2C, O is the midpoint, O or C is the midpoint. So what will be this distance? CF2. CF2 will be same as C. This full length is 2C. So if you take part of it, that one will be C. So OF1 is equal to OF2 is equal to C. Is it clear? Up to this, is it clear, children? The notations and all, is it okay? Now we define a quantity called B. So now we have got A we call it as vertex, C is the focus, okay, focal distance of the focus from the center or from the origin. Now we are going to define a quantity B. What is B? B square is equal to C square minus A square. B square is equal to C square minus A square. Therefore, what will be C square? What is C square? It is A square plus B square.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, can you tell what is A?
A is the distance between the two vertices. It's the distance between the two vertices. 2A is the total length. Is it clear? This 2A is the total length. So if you take one vertex, this distance is A. Is it clear, children? Is it okay? We are defining a quantity B where B is equal to root of C square minus A square. B square is equal to C square minus A square. What is C? C is root of A square plus B square. What about in ellipse? In ellipse, what is the C? What is C in ellipse?
Root of A square minus B square.
Okay, in ellipse, C square is equal to A square minus B square from the major axis. Okay, A is the length of the major axis. B is the length of the minor axis. Okay, so from the bigger one, we subtract the smaller one. A square minus B square, we denote that as C square for ellipse. What about hyperbola? A square. What is C square in hyperbola? C square is defined as
A square plus B square.
square plus B square. What is A?
Distance between two vertices.
It is the distance between, if you define it as A, it is distance from the center to the vertex. If you take 2A, it is the distance between two vertices. Is it clear? If you take 2A, it is the distance between two vertices. If you take A, it is the distance of one vertex from the center. Okay? The line through F1, F2, the axis through F1, F2, we call it as
Transverse axis.
transverse axis. And the perpendicular to it, we call it as conjugate axis. In ellipse, we call it as minor axis and major axis. Okay, so we define a quantity B. We define a quantity B where B square is equal to C square minus A square. Therefore, from there we are getting C is equal to root of A square plus B square. Now listen, children. Okay, so now 2B. Okay, 2B is called the length of the 2B is called the length of the conjugate axis. So you can take one point here B. Here also you will take one point B. So this distance we call it as length of conjugate axis. 2B is called the length of conjugate axis. 2A is called the length of transverse axis. 2B is the length of conjugate axis. 2A is the length of transverse axis. 2A is the length of transverse axis. Okay. Next is eccentricity. What is eccentricity in ellipse? What is eccentricity in ellipse? Eccentricity is the
C by A.
it is the ratio
Ratio of C and A.
by A. The same thing here also. Eccentricity E is given by C by A. Here also the eccentricity it is given by C by A. Is C by A. So for ellipse, we have learned two standard equations. Okay, here also for hyperbola, we will be learning two standard equations. Write the next heading. Standard equation of hyperbola. Standard equation of hyperbola. Standard equations of hyperbola. Okay, so for this taking the standard form, we take the center as origin. Okay, we always take the center as origin. Okay, for defining the standard form, the simplest form. For the simplest form, we take the center as the origin. And the focus will be lying on either on x-axis or y-axis. Okay, suppose the focus lies on x-axis. Suppose the focus lies on x-axis, F1 and F2. In that case, the equation of the hyperbola is x square by a square minus y square by b square is equal to 1. Okay, let's learn about this one first. Okay, here in this case, the focus lies on the x-axis. So the conjugate axis will be the y-axis. These two will meet at origin. Okay. So we have two focus and the focus we denote this as similar to the same notation we have used there. Plus or minus c comma 0. Focus is plus or minus c comma 0. What is c? What is c? C is root of
A square plus B square.
a square plus b square. Okay, c square plus a square. C is a square plus b square. Okay. Now we have these two vertices. Look at the vertices. If the focus lies on x-axis, okay, here the vertices are also lying on x-axis and we have taken the length of this transverse axis as 2a. So this point we can take it as a comma 0. The other vertex we can take it as minus a comma 0. So the vertices are given by plus or minus a comma 0. The vertices are given by plus or minus a comma 0. So here the transverse axis is the x-axis, isn't it? So in this case, in this form, when the focus is along the x-axis, the transverse axis is the x-axis. And the conjugate axis is y-axis. Conjugate axis is y-axis. Transverse axis is x-axis and the conjugate axis is y-axis. Is it okay, children? Is it okay? This is the first case we are learning. Okay. In this first case, we have x square by a square plus y square by b square is equal to 1, where the focus lies on the x-axis. So when the focus lies on the x-axis, whenever the focus lies on the x-axis, the equation of the hyperbola is x square by a square minus y square by b squared is equal to 1. Michael, what is the equation of the hyperbola? Michael, equation of the hyperbola. Michael, are you listening here? Michael,
Yes, ma'am.
what is the equation of the hyperbola?
Equation of equation for the
Topic we are learning now.
no, I didn't hear your question, ma'am.
That's what I asked you. Okay, yes, it only the presence is there and not listening in the class.
Oh, it's x square by b square minus y square by a square.
Yes, Achyut. What's the equation? If the
X square by a square plus y square by b square equal to 1.
is it plus Achyut?
Oh, ma'am, I wrote plus.
Nandana,
X square by a square minus y square by b square is equal to 1.
x squared by a squared minus y squared by b squared is equal to 1. So now Michael, repeat the equation.
X square by a square minus y square by b square is equal to 1.
That is the
Equation for hyperbola.
focus lies on, focus is on x-axis. When the focus lies on x-axis, it is x squared by a square minus y squared by b squared is equal to 1. Okay? Annette, can you give the eccentricity? Eccentricity. Annette, give the eccentricity.
Ma'am, I didn't write eccentricity.
Aparna,
Ma'am, E is equal to C by A.
E is equal to C by A. Annette, now repeat it. Annette, what is the eccentricity?
Yes, ma'am. E is equal to C.
C, E is equal to C by A. What is C? What is C?
Ma'am, focus.
Distance of the focus from the center. And what is A? What about A? Annette?
Ma'am,
What is A?
ma'am, from O to F, the distance.
O to F is focus, isn't it? O to F is focus. F we denote, F is the alphabet we are using for representing the focus. So it is C, isn't it? Atul, what is A?
Distance between the vertex and center.
Distance between the vertex and the center. What about 2a, Aishwarya?
Length of transverse.
Yes, very good. It is the length of the transverse axis. Punya, what about 2b?
Length of conjugate axis.
Very good. It is the length of the conjugate axis. Okay. Now, the next case. The second case. The second case is when the focus lies on the y-axis. Okay, when the focus lies on the y-axis. Okay, so when the focus lies on the y-axis, the curve will be like this. Okay, so this is F1 and this is F2. Here the vertices will be on y-axis. So whenever the focus is on this, okay, whenever the focus is on the y-axis, vertices also lie on y-axis. So here the vertices are given by 0, a and 0, minus a. And the focus will be given by 0, c and 0, minus c. Now listen children. So the equation is y square by a square minus x square by b square is 1. Y square by a square minus x square by b square is 1. If y-axis is the major axis, sorry, not major. If the focus lies on the y-axis, then y square by a square minus x square by b square is equal to 1. Okay, in this case, in the second case, that is when y square by a square minus x square by b square is equal to 1, which is the transverse axis and which axis is the conjugate axis? Punya.
Y is transverse.
Y-axis is the very good. It is y-axis is the transverse axis and x-axis is the
Conjugate.
axis. Okay. The remaining and all is same. Length of the transverse axis is always 2a. Length of the conjugate axis is 2b. Okay. Length of conjugate axis is 2b. Okay, so now listen children, this is the format given here. Okay, so if that in the first case, that is in the first diagram, x square by a square minus y square by b square, the transverse axis is along x-axis and the conjugate axis is along the y-axis. In the first case, transverse axis is along the x-axis, the conjugate axis is along the y-axis. In the second case, transverse axis is y-axis and the conjugate is x-axis. Okay. The next one, okay, the table form. Okay, we are learning this in the tabular form. Okay, together we are writing. So main facts about the hyperbola. So there are two forms. You can draw the graph also here. So this like this you will get here. The graph will be like this. So in the first form, it is x square by a square minus y square by b squared is equal to 1. So in the first form, so the transverse axis is y equal to 0, that is x-axis. And the conjugate axis is x is equal to 0, that is y-axis. Length of the transverse axis is 2a. Length of the focus, sorry, not length, coordinates of the focus is plus or minus c, comma 0. What is c? C is equal to AE, isn't it? What E is equal to C by A. Therefore, what is C? C is equal to AE. So, foci is given by plus or minus AE, comma 0. Equation of lattice rectum. What is lattice rectum? What is lattice rectum? It is a line segment passing through the focus, perpendicular to the transverse axis, similar to what we have learned. Again, from the first parabola also we learned the same thing. Okay? So that one we call it as lattice rectum. Equation of the lattice rectum is x is equal to plus or minus AE. Here y is equal to plus or minus AE. So this one, it's not needed. Now, length of lattice rectum. Length of lattice rectum. For ellipse also we learned it as 2b squared by a, isn't it? Here also it is the same. Length of lattice rectum is 2b squared by a. And the center is 0, 0. Is it okay? Look at the second form. In the second form, the transverse axis is y-axis. X is equal to 0 means it is y-axis. And the conjugate is x-axis. X-axis we denote this as y is equal to 0. So if x square comes first, x square by a square minus y square by b square. If x comes first, x-axis is the transverse axis. If y comes first, y-axis is the transverse axis. I'll copy this one. Okay, you'll copy this. So learn this table. So in the next class, I think the time is up. In the next class, we'll be solving the problems based on this table. Equation of ellipse will be given. You are asked to find the focus, vertices, equation of conjugate axis, and we have to find all those things based on this table. So there are two standard forms here for hyperbola. There are two standard forms. Which are the two standard forms? X square by a square minus y square by b square is 1. And the second form is y square by a square minus x square by b square is 1. Okay, so learn the standard equations. Okay, by the time keep your record book and assignment ready. Okay, okay, children, end the session now. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.